Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maureen, and there was no weigh-in day update video this week. I'm sorry, but it was Eid and I was busy with prayers and just being with my family and hanging out yesterday. I just didn't have time and I totally forgot to make a weigh-in day update video. And you might be wondering, well, what is that and why is that important? This is a channel dedicated to my weight loss journey. I actually got to my goal of 150 pounds in 2 years ago, I think, and so I gained back half of it, sadly, which happens a lot more people than you think. But I'm just trying to get that off in a safe, sustainable way. I'm doing Weight Watchers. I did try calorie counting for a while. I'm thinking about going back to that, but yeah, so every Sunday I do go to my Weight Watchers meeting and I get on the scale and I totally blanked. And I do get on the scale, but that did not happen this week. But I thought I would make a video because I have decided I am in my skinny girl era. No, that doesn't mean I'm a skinny girl, but I just wanted to adapt the mentality and the habits that I've seen skinny girls doing. Now, just a disclaimer that I've seen like videos like this on TikTok and I was like, this is so cool. I'll make my own version to inspire myself. So just a disclaimer, no, I'm not saying only skinny girls do this. Girls of all sizes, of all shapes do these things as well. And I'm not saying that all skinny girls do this. I do understand that there are a lot of skinny girls who don't do any of this, but I'm just talking about the skinny girls that I've seen, that I've been around, and that I've noticed doing these things. So I wanted to sort of take what they're doing and incorporate it into mine. It's nothing insane or extreme or anything. And the reason I'm saying skinny girl is because that's what inspires me. That's the body type I would love to be. I would love to be a size 0 or a size 3. Will I ever be that size? No, that's not how my body is built. But to be as skinny as my body can possibly be in a safe, doable manner, that would be great. Now you can say anything else. You might be saying, well, why don't you just say fit girl or curvy girl or anything? Because I'm already both of those things. And if I say that, that's not going to inspire me or motivate me to continue on my journey. But if I say skinny, I understand a lot of people don't like the word skinny or slim, but those are still body types. And I'm not meaning to offend anyone, but that's the type of body that I would like to work towards. And you can hear, or you can substitute fit or healthy or whatever word you want, but fit girl, healthy girl, skinny girl, whatever. These are just tips that I've noticed for girls around me that do it, who are skinny, who are the type of body that I would like to be. And yeah, so anyways, I'm just going to talk about that. And if, again, I don't mean any harm. I don't mean like, oh, this is a superior body type. It's not. Any body that you're comfortable, that you're comfortable and happy and, love yourself in, that's the best body type for you. But for me, I don't know. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't mean any harm, but I know a lot of people don't like that term, skinny. But will I ever be a Bella Hadid type? No. But, as thin as my body can be, that's what I'd like. So anyways, getting on to it. The first habit I've noticed that I would like to incorporate, that I've noticed that skinny girls do, is that they eat. But they don't make a big deal about it. So I used to work with a girl who was a skinny girl, and whenever we would have sweets or anything indulgent like that, she wasn't really into it. She would just say, oh, I don't want it. That's too sweet for me. And it wasn't, oh, I don't want it, it's too sweet, like I need to maintain this. No, it was because she just genuinely didn't want it. And I believe that if you've been doing weight, you know what I'm talking, you know how that is. I know how that is. You know how that is. If you've been doing Weight Watchers for a long time or watching your sugar and you suddenly have something that's that amount of sweet, it's like, oh, I don't like it. But that doesn't mean she would never have something. If she saw something that she wanted, she'd have a piece or two, and that was it. And she'd get the flavor and she'd be like, that's good. All right, move along with the day. We don't need to obsess about food. We don't need to make it we don't need to make it bigger than it is. Have a piece, have something, move on. She never deprived herself, but she also didn't really want it. She was so in tune with what she wanted and her body that that was inspiring. The second thing is that skinny girls have hobbies. They do things that they really like. They do things that, I mean, like physical hobbies, not just like sitting down and doing things. A lot of skinny girls that I do have conversations with, they do things like TikTok. They make like fun little TikToks. There's a skinny girl who works here at my work, and she makes TikToks too. She makes, no, I don't really know her or her story or anything, but again, it's something that I've noticed a lot of skinny girls in my vicinity do. And she makes like she does like tarot reading TikToks. But a lot of skinny girls that I talk to, they like home improvement type of things, like redecorating, organizing, things like that, which is great. And what does that do? That quiets the food noise. It doesn't make you make you want to just gorge. It kills the boredom in a way. It kills the boredom, and it's a moving type of activity, so you're not really thinking about food. And what do you do when you're bored? When you're bored, you got nothing else to do, or you're sitting down and you're coloring or something, you're like, I could really use a snack right now. But you don't want a snack. You're just bored. Even though you're doing something, you're bored. That's why a physical hobby is so nice. Or I know they game, they do things like that. I need to get a charger for my little, what's it called? I'm totally blanking. My Nintendo Switch, the light, Nintendo Switch Lite, whatever it is. I need to get the charger for that. But yeah, they have a lot of physical hobbies. They're out doing things. I always see skinny girls, not just skinny girls, but I see the place that I see the most skinny girls, and there's girls of all sizes, is mostly at flea markets for some reason. So they're out at flea markets, thrifting. Yeah, one time I went to a flea market, and it was a majority just skinny girls. So they're out buying clothes, they're out doing things like that. They're out and they're moving. So that just like helps quiet the noise. Wonderful. The third thing I've noticed is that these girls, going along with that, they do still rest. The skinny girls at work and all my job places, I've noticed the skinny girls, they take their rest breaks. They take breaks. So they'll take their 15-minute break in the morning, and they go out, and it's not that they go out for a walk. They go out and they sit in their car and they scroll through TikTok, and they just decompress and de-stress. What does that do? What happens when we're stressed? Oh, I need something sweet. Oh, I need something to calm me down. Oh, I need to eat something. We go straight towards food when we're stressed. They don't do that. They go into their car, they go out of, and it's not even, oh, I'm gonna go into the kitchen and take my break here. They go out of the building. They remove themselves from that stressful environment, and they go out and they sit in their car and they scroll through TikTok, or they do something else, or they call or they're on their phone and they're talking to someone, and they decompress. It's awesome. I've also noticed that they also do have a lot of their exercises that they do. They like to go out, and they'll go out dancing, they'll go out for hiking, they'll do Pilates, they'll do things like that. They don't necessarily need to be beating themselves at the gym. I do see skinny girls at the gym, but mostly I just see them out, they're doing things. That goes along with number 3. But one more thing is that their topic of conversation is rarely ever food, that at the level that when we were actively pursuing weight gain, as my former leader used to say, it's rarely at that. They don't sit around and they don't talk about food like it's and the way that I used to talk about food was like, oh my god, at lunch this place has the greatest burrito ever, and if you had this, oh, but you should add that, oh, but if you had a hot Cheetos. No, you can certainly talk about that, but these girls, again, they talk about other things. They talk about, from the conversations I've had with skinny girls, it's always been like about hair, makeup, redecorating, IKEA. IKEA always comes up for some reason. IKEA, again, home organizing, home decor, other things that aren't just, why is this car pulling up next to me? that aren't just that aren't food. What does that do? And so what does that do? If your focus is on food and that's what you're talking about for 10 minutes straight, what are you going to want to do? Have a nice meal. This doesn't mean that they don't talk about food, that they don't eat, but they don't go as in depth, and they don't like let that conversation be all consuming. So these are just some habits that I would like to pick up. I already don't talk about food. To me, it's talking about food to me, and me personally, it's sort of like if someone is sober and you start talking to them about alcohol or drinks or things like that, or drugs or anything that used to be their vice, and you start talking about that, like, yes, food isn't at that level, but maybe tone it down with the food talk, I would think, for myself. And I'd like to try the other things too, you know, start doing more home decorations, more organizing, more cleaning, things like that, and just go out and walk and try all of these things. I want to try all of these things this summer. So that's some of the things that I've noticed. Let me know what you've noticed. If you do any of these things, if they make a difference on your journey, I'm really curious. Let me know. And I'll try and do a day in my life video later on. So this person's getting out of their car. I don't want them to see me. See you guys next time.